So for today, I'm going to do what I call a brain dump. A brain dump is, I'm just going to dump out ideas that come to me as I place that pad on the ground. So a lot of people ask, what can I do with the balance pad? And I always say there's lots of things, but sometimes we just don't know how to create. So there's maybe going to be no explanation. I'm just going to go through this. Nothing is really planned. I work best in that kind of way. So it's on the floor horizontally. So just kind of a step feeling. Okay, how's that feel as I step and I shift? And then the other side. I'm not going to really do any teaching of what you should do and what you shouldn't do. Ideas for you to kind of make your own. How about a forward? Alternating. And then backward, stepping, and I'm always aware of my arms, how the rest of my body is in relationship to that. And my feet feel on here. So how about if I tap, and I've got a shift and lift, right? That's a really major principle, foundational principle that I share with others. And then shifting, seeing how that works on the other side. Shift and lift. We're doing it all day long. Shift and lift. Kind of get used to it. How about if I tapped back, forth? So how's my balance over this stationary leg? Always nice and soft. Well, how's that feel on the other side? Sometimes I don't do the same thing on the same, switch it. Life is not even, be odd. So, feet, I like this one a lot. Heels on the pad. So, wideness here. So with the heels up, you can get a much better range of motion. Better, deeper squat maybe. Hands can really vary. What if I went here, scooping? So it gives a nice lift. And then I'm going to go over here just so you can see. Dorsiflexion means curling your toes up towards your knee, sticking your butt out. Strengthening the front of the shin muscle. It's kind of fun. What would that look like if I did both? Well, it's not really working it. This is more challenging and fun. Doesn't always work out that way. So if I went back to here and I crossed over, so proprioception, where is that pad? I can't see it. Where am I touching? I know I'm touching, and then I'm going to come back about where I just was. How about if I stayed here? Because this foot is helping me balance here, and I just kind of teeter around. So this leg, knee, is getting some good stability, strength. But it's really whole body. It's never just one side. Or it's never just one joint. I stayed and I perturbed this way. So again, it's the standing leg. This one, that's getting some good training here. So balance is not ever something that you have. It's always being evaluated in your brain and your body, really. So how about if I turned it vertically? One foot in the upper corner, the other foot in the back corner. And then as I go down, send that other arm up. And just being aware of where your eyes are. I have somebody that does this, that closes their eyes because she's not aware of it. And so the brain does a lot of different things when we have to use our eyes differently. And I'm not saying the closing of the eyes is good. It's something that we're working on. But as we change levels here, down to up, that's different for your carpenter's level in your ear. So staying in this position, so there's a shift and lift from here to the front foot and back. So I like the balance pad just because it's a different surface. I'm not about change the surface a lot. It's just something different. People like it. It's fun. It's hugely versatile. And then if I stayed with my feet and I turned, right? So this arm, this other arm, it's kind of like a balance stick. Letting your brain see that. Don't keep it close to you. That is like a protective mechanism for the brain. I see a lot. People keep everything close to them. Have some space between your arm and your body. So if we did switch the other way, well, how about if I went in the back door here? How would that be? I always try to envision what I'm going to do before I do it. And because I've done that for a long time, I can kind of do it quickly and predict what it will feel like, but I never know. And so that's the experiment, right? We are our own experiment, we're our own load. Experiment with yourself. This arm is now my balance stick, so how about if I went this way? Sometimes our rotation or any movement is going to feel better on one side than the other. Notice it. Don't try to showcase your strength on the side that you can do. So if we were going to straddle this, give some room and space here, sporty stance. This is my idea of sporty stance. Ready, low profile. Your angles are set. You're ready. You're more stable. Stay low and alternate this. So sensation coming in through the toes, how you land, how you're staying. I'm not popping up each time. I'm staying low. My perception of myself is low. All right, let's keep one foot on here and lift, right? So I've got my arms. I always like wide arms, but then you can also do something with your arms that may help out, may help your own rhythm. Okay, let's see what it feels like on the other side. Well, let's do a kick instead, though. I call that your slipper kick. Like you're just kicking your slipper, boom, across the room. All right, so if we stand on here, we've got corners. Now, so corner to stand on is a little bit different, a little bit challenging. So we get to do a little bit of dorsiflexion here. So it's a rocking. So my standing leg, my standing foot, this one, I'm feeling how my foot is on that surface of the pad. It's not gripping. You're letting your foot be a foot. That's why there's no shoes on. Let your foot be a foot and feel. And then feeling your balance, right? The hips have to shift on this. Otherwise, you're too stiff, and a stiff is vulnerable to falling and losing balance. So we don't want to challenge the balance in that way. All right, so before I move, I always kind of feel, okay, what's that feeling like? And then if I shift and lift here, and even noticing what the rest of you is doing. Are your shoulders up? Just notice, kind of just get it. I have an internal eye, just kind of feeling, okay, or seeing or sensing. It's really a sensing. And then let's do one more thing, because these are just things you can just do standing. I'm just doing a little bit of them. How about high knee lifts? High knee lifts. So that is a little bit of brain dump. I'll be back for more.